that's the fundamental evidence in psychiatry. That's what Freud did, that's what Jung did, that's what Erickson did. Buying stories, I don't know, but we make as careful assessment as we can of what somebody is telling us. Is this a distortion? Is this coming from someplace else? Are they telling us, are they traumatized in some other way and they're blaming it on aliens? No case of abduction has turned out, in my experience, my cases and other people's cases, to be something else, sexual abuse or some other kind of...
None. No repressed memory, nothing.
Not one has been shown to be something else.
How important was hypnosis?
It's important, but again, a very basic point, which is often, well, hypnosis gives you false stories. 30% of the material that we get comes before there's any kind of relaxation response or anything that gets called hypnosis. People remember the stories, they remember being taken into the ships. There's a great deal, however, that they feel they're not in touch with, that they're waiting to be able to talk with somebody about. And if you relax them, you don't even have to hypnotize them. If they just relax, this material pours forward with great intensity, terror often, and eventually they come, if you work with them over time, they come to terms with it, and they grow. There's a spiritual growth that goes on here. They become aware that we're connected beyond simply the human relationships with other intelligences, and which, of course, every other people besides us has known from the beginning of time, but for us, who have lost those senses, as poet Rilke said, by which we can know the spirit world. Those senses have atrophied in our time. This may be some way in which we're reopening to a world that is filled with consciousness, with life, with some kind of energies and intelligence.
Let me repeat this. John Mack is a MD. He is professor of psychiatry at the Cambridge Hospital, at the Harvard Medical School, and a founding director of the Center for Psychology and Social Change. And his early books included the 1975 Pulitzer Prize-winning A Prince of Our Disorder, a biography of T.E. Lawrence, who, as all of you know, was Lawrence of Arabia. I think it is those credentials that have added something to this. I mean, you come to the table with different kind of credentials, and if someone as smart as you are with your credentials, it adds something to the debate.
That may get me a hearing, but it doesn't get you much further than that. Because at some point, I have to say, okay, study this phenomenon. Don't marginalize it. Don't push it off onto the tabloids. It's something that could be really important for us, for this culture, for humanity. Look at it with me. Study it. Let's find out what it's about. Let's do careful studies of every aspect of this. That's what I would like to see.